Hello and welcome back to BookNerdTV. Today I'm doing a book tag that was originated by Lindsey at Lindsey's Little Library, and I was tagged by Erica at The Broken Spine. I think this is the perfect tag for me because it is the dilemmas of a book nerd. There are 10 prompts associated with this tag, so no time like the present. The first prompt or dilemma is book storage. How do you store your books? On every available surface. At this time, I don't have bookshelves. Well, I don't have bookshelves where I like to have bookshelves. So I've got them everywhere and they're arranged as decoratively as I can make them happen for myself. So just wherever I can keep them is where I can keep them. And actually what's in my house is only part one of two because I've got a ton at my mom's house. Dilemma number 2, tracking. How do you keep track of the books you've read or the books you own? I keep track of my books initially by memory of what I read and or what I own, and I can tell you that it is an imperfect system. I then tried to do a spreadsheet, but I got bored, so I stopped. And so the most recent iteration of this is just trying to put the books I own and or books I've read in Goodreads, and it seems to be kind of sort of working for now, and so that's what I'm going to stick with. The third dilemma or prompt is borrow. Do I lend books? No. Who does that? The fourth dilemma is buying. How do you acquire or buy books? With money. Dilemma number 5, comments. How do you respond to the how do you read so much comments? My family knows from a very young age that I was all about books, read books all the time. So I rarely, if ever, get that question now, especially since I'm retired because I've got plenty of time. So there you go. Dilemma number 6, how do you pick your next book? I would say for me, with the BookTube prize participation, my recent picks have been dictated by what group I'm in the BookTube prize process. If I'm not in some sort of disciplined process like that, it's just whatever strikes me, whatever looks really interesting, whatever has a pretty cover. Those are the kinds of ways that I pick my next book. Just kind of higgledy-piggledy, whatever strikes my fancy, that's what I do. Dilemma number 7, travel. How do you pick which books you'll take with you on vacation? I make that very important decision at the airport, in the bookstore. I don't know why I wait to go to the bookstore in the airport. It's not cost effective, but I do it anyway. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I do this. And now that is something that I used to do in the past, but now since you can have your books, ebooks, audiobooks, kind of on your phone or on your device at all times, that's so much not a problem anymore. Dilemma number 8, annotate. Do you write in or mark up your books? No. No, I do not. Dilemma number 9, new or backlist. Do you prefer new releases or backlist books? I think I declared myself the backlist queen, so backlist books are my jam. It's what I really prefer to read. I'll read some new releases, so I'm not someone who never reads a new release or has anything against new releases. It doesn't matter to me, but I find the books that I'm most interested in are books that have been out for a while or books I discover that I didn't know about. There have been a couple of them recently related to like military service and just all kinds of books that I would have never thought that I would be interested in. Just all kinds of books that I didn't know existed and am happy to discover do exist and am very happy to get my hands on. And dilemma number 10, sequels. Do you read books as they are released or do you wait until the entire series has been published? I have done both, and it just depends on the author, I think, and where I catch the series or when the series catches my eye. So the the Robert Jordan series, the Wheel of Time series, the Wheel of Time trilogy, when it first came out, that actually wasn't a trilogy, and it's like, what, 50 million books at this point? Yeah, I read the first one, bought the second one, and by that time, I think I knew that there was going to be not only a third book, but a fourth book. And so it became this whole thing. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until this series is done, and then maybe I'll pick it up. That was many, many years ago. I don't have all of them yet. Do I have up to number 8 or 9 or 10? I don't even know at this point, but I know that I have a lot of them. Pretty confident I don't have all of them. And no, I'm not going to read them until I have all the books in my possession. And that's funny because I'm actually doing the very same thing with a book that I caught. I don't even think it was midway. It was toward the end of the series, unfortunately, because the author passed. But that's Terry Pratchett's universe of books. The first book that I ran across that really sticks in my mind and that I read was Unseen Academicals, I believe, by Terry Pratchett, which threw me into that world. I was happy to find out, because I enjoyed the book, that there were books before, there were books after, there were books in the same universe about different characters, and they have a whole character arc, and there are just other books about completely other different things, but maybe loosely related to the story that I was reading. So it was just to find such a great series and to know that I've got all this time to read the series. And so, of course, what I'm going to do with the Discworld series of books is get the first one, go all the way through and procure all of them to the last one, and there are so many that I'm going to have to reread, but I want to try to read them as they were published. I know that there are other books that are kind of loosely related to the Discworld universe or the Terry Pratchett universe. So I think, since I enjoy the writing and sort of the irreverent humor and the the sort of piercing commentary that you can find buried within Terry Pratchett's work, I'm just going to take my time, secure all of those books in the Discworld series for sure, and then I'll read from the beginning to the end. And I know that there are other books kind of loosely related or also in the Terry Pratchett universe, and so I may expand myself out to that as well. So that's one of those things that I want to do over time, and I think I'll enjoy myself. And like I said, I know I'm going to end up rereading some of the books that I read sort of out of order or out of sequence, but that's okay, because again, I enjoyed them so much. I think I'll enjoy the challenge and just enjoy the journey that is Discworld. So if you are aware of any place online that you can get a Terry Pratchett series, I don't know if I want the entire series, but a good grouping of the series for a pretty decent price, drop me a line in the comment section below and I'd greatly appreciate it. And that concludes the Dilemmas of a Book Nerd tag, a very appropriate tag for me at BookNerdTV. So it kind of works together, kind of all works out. Thank you so much, Erica, for tagging me. I really do appreciate it. And if you are not aware of Erica at The Broken Spine, I need you to go to the YouTube search engine, put in The Broken Spine. It'll take you directly to her channel, and enjoy. She has such a lovely voice. And to me, such a calm sort of demeanor. I think you'll enjoy her channel. Also, she plays the flute. Well, that's all I have for today, Book Nerds. I'm going to tag, if they haven't done the tag already, I'm going to tag Shannon at That's So Poe, and I'm going to tag Kazin at Always Doing. Again, they may have already done this tag, and if so, I apologize for tagging you again. I really didn't mean to, and I'm going to find said tag and watch it if you've already done so.